Hey, it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, My Asexual Life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like that. Video. So yes, I am reviewing the latest Jurassic Park or Jurassic World even Dominion movie. OMG. So I have the last two on disc, or the other two should I say. First one in this series was called Jurassic World in 3D. The second one was Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and Jurassic World Dominion that's on at the cinemas as we speak is the third in the final series of the Jurassic World movies. So yes, really loved that movie, the first one. That one was a bit sad and hard to digest. And so what did I think of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion? I'm going to reveal all now. So if you haven't watched Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion yet, then please do not watch the rest of this video because you are going to be spoiled. There's spoilers in it. I'm going to tell you what happens. I'm going to give my point of view about what I think about it. And so please do not watch this until after you've seen the movie, if you're going to see it. Unless you love to know what happens before you go and see it, then stay tuned. So I went to see the third movie, and it starts off basically where Owen is in a relationship with her still, so they're still together, and yeah, her real name's Bryce. But yes, he's with her and they're together in a relationship, and they've basically taken on Maisie, who is a clone from the previous movie, this movie, and they've taken Maisie like on as their daughter basically, and they're keeping her away from the rest of the world because Maisie is a clone and her DNA is very important to scientists and medical testing, because she was cloned. Well, you found out in this Dominion movie, the one I'm talking about now, that her DNA is so precious and important because her mother had an illness, and she basically made Maisie in the womb. So she was pregnant. Maisie's mum was pregnant, and Maisie was a carbon copy of her when she was younger, but minus the illness that she had. So you find out that Maisie's mum had an illness, and she basically was able, though, to create a situation where females can reproduce on their own. And she reproduced Maisie like she actually was pregnant, because you saw a video with her pregnant, but she had a genetic or some, well, she would have passed a gene on to a child that would have meant it's probably going to be ill like she was, and I think she died young. So with Maisie, she specifically, when she was born, injected her to basically reverse the problem or eliminate the problem that she had, so that when Maisie grows up, she wouldn't die. She'd have a full and long lasting life, not like her mother, because her mum, from what I can tell, died young of this illness. So basically Claire and Owen are protecting her. And yeah, and so Claire and Owen have taken her on like, you know, like their own daughter, and they're in this hideout, in this hut in the middle of this wood in the middle of nowhere. But suddenly you realize that Maisie is a very independent person. She doesn't like to be locked in the house, so she keeps going further than she should do across the bridge and keeps seeing dinosaurs. And in Jurassic World Dominion, the dinosaurs are roaming free amongst human beings, because in the second movie they basically set them free to roam around the world with the humans. And so basically humans and dinosaurs are hunting together in the world, freestyle if you like, and so they're all roaming around with the humans. But it's like, you know, how does that work in practice? So the movie, the Dominion, third in the series of Jurassic World, really explores the theme of can dinosaurs and humans live cohabiting together in harmony without basically the dinosaurs eating them or the humans trying to kill the dinosaurs. So it's a very, very interesting film from that point of view. So what happens is Blue comes back. Blue is a raptor that Owen trained as a baby, and Blue has managed to have an offspring by herself. And so there's these people, these guys that find Macy, and they find the raptor, the baby raptor, and they want its DNA, and they take it to Biosyn. And there's a guy behind this place called Biosyn. It's like a scientific place where they've created things like they created locusts, for example, but the locusts were designed to eat all the crops around the world so that everyone would have to use Biosyn's way of making crops. So basically Biosyn own the world because they are killing off all the food supply chain, and so you have to buy Biosyn products in order to carry on the food chain and live, basically. So this guy's quite a nutter. Oh god, I've got my insect totem back again that's over there flying around. Moth, can you please, oh my god, this is live, can you stay there while I'm going live? It's a great big moth that is just flying at my face, and can you please like stay there, please? I try to talk to them sometimes. Thank you. Sometimes they listen, sometimes don't. It's a spirit totem, so basically a moth. A moth likes to tell me what to do. Oh my god, this is live. Do you mind? Oh my god. Right, yeah, thanks for putting a thumbs up. I'm trying to like hide from a moth invasion here while it's live. Let's just show you the rest of the movie with a piece of kitchen roll on my head. Could be quite interesting. Till the moth lands on there. Oh well, why not? It's different, isn't it? So anyway, I can't even concentrate now. This is live. Right, anyway. So, oh my god, the moth is literally just flying around here. So yes, I need to pay attention. What's I gonna say? This is live and I've got a moth buzzing around my head. Right. It's not a moth dinosaur, is it? Some like little creature that's come out to life. Anyway, yes. So Biosyn is owned by this guy that's pretty much a madman, and he hires someone to kidnap Maisie and bring her to his laboratory, and basically to kidnap Blue's child because they have DNA where they can reproduce by themselves. You know, and stop lots of illnesses and stuff. So potentially because, you know, like Maisie has been injected with stuff that stops her getting sick, basically, so she lives a full and happy life. So they want, you know, the medical people want this. They want to be able to extract their DNA and be able to use it to cure lots of illnesses, but of course they want to rule the world. And this guy, like I said, is a madman. He basically replicates locusts, but they're not little tiny locusts, they're massive locusts on a massive scale that just go around eating all their corn. And you know, and when they eat corn, then it stops the like animals, like farm animals, foraging on that. And so it stops the forage, you know, so basically it stops the supply chain with the food. It just basically eats it all up. So anyway, to cut a long story short, the old characters come back into it. The original Jurassic Park movie characters, 3 of them come back into it. And the woman, she decides that she needs to investigate about what's happening with these locusts, you know, like, because they're gigantic locusts taking over the world, basically. So she goes back to see her old flame, and they, you know, you can tell they still have attraction for each other. They still love each other. They still want to be with each other. But of course, you don't find that out till the end of the movie. When they do, I'm going to give one of the endings of the movie away. They do passionately snog at the end. I was like, yay. Well, at least it's a proper passionate snog. because I'm fed up, to be honest, when they keep putting older couples, like, you know, like old characters, bring them back together and they just have a little kiss. It's like, come on, just because you're older doesn't mean to say the passion's gone. Please, you know, really irritates me with films. So I was happy to see that the older couple actually had a passionate snog at the end. Oh my God. The moth is just there now. Can you behave, please? I'm trying to do a stream. It's a furry one. People think I'm talking to myself, you know. If you want to come on, like, just, oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry for the interruptions. It's live, as you can tell. So, yes, so basically they bring 3 of the old characters back. One of the characters actually works in this lab, is able to get the 2 in, and they have to get a sample of this giant locust so they can actually also, they can actually basically, you know, tell the world what this lab's up to and how they make these locusts and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when Maisie is kidnapped and Blue's child is kidnapped, Owen and Claire take on the mission of going to get Maisie back. That's like a kid to them, that's like their own child, and to get Blue's daughter back. And so they have to enlist the help of this woman who's got a plane, but not before they haven't fought quite a lot of dinosaurs. The woman who plays Claire, she is absolutely incredible in this movie. I absolutely loved it. I thought she was the most bravest character of all of them. She did a lot of running away from dinosaurs, a lot of screaming, a lot of being near them. I think her life was in danger a lot more than quite a lot of the other characters. And I really loved the way they brought the 3 old characters back, got them into Biosyn, and then Maisie was kidnapped along with Blue's child, and they ended up going to Biosyn. So because the older couple didn't get together to the end, so the older people that were old flames, they were doing the investigation to the massive giant locust, and they happened to find Maisie in there who was escaping after being kidnapped. And so you've got the old characters in there, and you've got the new characters going to there, the newer from these movies, basically Claire and Owen, right? And so you've got like the old meets the new, and honestly, I absolutely adored this movie. I cannot say enough how much I adored this movie. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It had every element a fan of Jurassic Park movies could ever want. It had the screaming, it had the dinosaurs like creeping around vehicles and, you know, like clawing through them, and it had, you know, like where dinosaurs come right up in their face and salivate, and it had where, you know, they're trying to get away and, you know, the cars falling down the cliff, and, you know, planes diving down, and it just had every iconic thing. So all the things throughout the Jurassic Park movies, it took all of the best bits and put them in this movie, and it did not disappoint. I was literally on the edge of my seat, and I was so excited, and I was really, really loving it. It was really, really action-packed every step of the way. And I just, like I said, I loved the way the old characters met the new characters and how they did that. They did it like really well. You know, it wasn't just a hash put together. It was really, really good why they both needed to end up in Biosyn. And in the end, they end up working together, which was fantastic to see the old and the new. It was really, really interesting. And in this film, they say to Owen that the woman who's a pilot says to Owen about Claire, you really love her, don't you? And he's like, yeah, I really do. And I think that's nice, because in previous movies, Owen's always been a bit of a joker, but him and Claire are really meant to be together. You know, they're quite opposite in the beginning of the movies, but really there's a lot of chemistry and there's a lot of love between them, really. And, you know, there's kind of like the opposite. Like, she was all prim and proper in the beginning, you know, didn't want to get her hands dirty, like on this one. I think on this one she was still a little bit posh, but on the Jurassic World Dominion, she's like really down to earth. The clothes, they've still put her in clothes that would make her look quite sexy to a lot of guys, but in a kind of more overall way, if you know what I mean. Like a bit more like she's a workwoman, like in overalls or something, but in a sexy way for guys, I think. And her hair's nice. I like her in the third movie. I think she's really fantastic, and I think Owen and her go really, really well together. And you can tell he's a lot more serious about her and really loves her. And, You know, they've been through a lot together, and I really want to get the third movie on disc. I absolutely loved it. I was so action packed, and I can tell the directors have put such a ton of work into perfecting this movie, like with like I said, with every single little detail that you would love to see in a Jurassic World movie. It just had everything in there. And towards the very, very end, where the dinosaurs end up fighting each other, which is very interesting. I know they have that in the other movies as well, but it's kind of more prominent in this one. And in this bit, when they've got the dinosaurs fighting, at one point there's like a round shape with the dinosaur's head behind it, and it is like the symbol of the Jurassic Park t-shirts. And I just thought, oh my gosh, the directors have just paid so much attention to detail, and they have literally made sure they got that iconic face of a dinosaur in like a round circle on purpose, just so the fans can see it come to life, if you know what I mean. I just thought it was terrific. I thought all the minute little details, everything was just amazing. It literally was like they just updated the movie to the latest version, but took all the best bits from the old versions and mixed them together, but in a really good way that was actually, you know, valid and meant something, you know. And I really loved it. I would highly recommend going to it, because I was just like blown away by how good it was. I was literally on the edge of my seat, although I had to go to the toilet quite a few times. Part of that was excitement, because I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, it's just incredible. I really loved every minute of it. I was so happy. So I wouldn't want to see it in 3D, to be honest, but I couldn't, because it wasn't a 3D performance. But to see it in 3D would have been amazing. But excuse me, I just loved it. I loved it so much. I'm just like, this is incredible. This is on your seat action, on the edge of your seat action, should I say. This is just so compelling. And there was just so many good dinosaurs in there as well. Lots of different ones. Some were living in harmony with humans, and others were like tearing humans apart, and humans were tearing theirs apart. But there was this one scene, oh my god, you know, where they was like dinosaurs underground, where they're trading dinosaurs and stuff, and there was so many cute, sweet little dinosaurs in there. You literally wanted to take them home with you, you know. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, can I just like can I not just take them home with me, because they're just so cute, really cute. And I just loved every minute of it, you know. I just really wanted to carry on staying there and see the movie even more, you know, because I just loved it, you know. I just really loved it. And you know, I just wanted to stay there, basically. It was just a marvelous movie. The special effects were good. The acting was really good. I thought the storyline was really good. I thought the dinosaurs coming out of the caves was really good. I thought the different types of dinosaurs were good. But the baby dinosaurs, like I said in this one particular scene, where they're like trading dinosaurs, they are so cute. Their faces are so sweet. It's like you want to take them home with you. And I just really liked it. I really did. You know, I'm raving about this movie. I mean, I haven't even fully seen the first movies. I've only seen all of the Jurassic World ones. This one, that one, and the latest one, which is what I love. So I haven't even watched the other ones all the way through the originals. But I just know that it's fantastic because of the way they put the new with the old, and I really loved it. Actually, I thought there's a woman in it who's a pilot, and I thought she'd make a great James Bond. You know, like they're talking about getting a female James Bond permanently. Well, I thought she would make a very good James Bond. She's really good. Quite tough for a female character. I really like that. You know, but I just love the fact that Owen and Claire are actually in love. You know, he really loves her and adores her. He doesn't want anything to happen to her. He really cares about her. They do a lot of hugging in this. So I felt from an asexual point of view, because I'm asexual, I lack sexual attraction. I'm not interested in sex. But you know, I'm interested in like soulmate, companionship, deep love without sex, and pure love. And I liked the way that the movie had done the love between Claire and Owen, because it was very, very tender. That's the word I was looking for. Very, very tender. So whenever like she would be apart from him, because there's quite a few bits in the movie where she's got to like risk her life to save Maisie and stuff like that, and they had to split up for a while. And when they get like come back together, it's the way he holds her when he's hugging her. It's very, very realistic. To say they're acting, you wouldn't actually think they're acting in that bit. I really felt that Chris Pratt, who plays you know, who plays Claire's, you know, Owen, basically plays Claire's partner Owen. I really felt that Chris Pratt as Owen was absolutely fantastic in this. It's the way he holds her. Like in the movies, you know, like obviously there's a lot of passion in some movies and so on. But in this particular movie, the third one, I really personally thought he loved her, because the way they hold and they embrace, and it's one of those very tactile, tentative, beautiful, sensual touches, you know? So I haven't experienced sensual attraction as an asexual person. So that's when you're like, you get very, you love to be touching and feeling, not in a sexual way, but a sensual way. So like stroking the arms, stroking the hair, stroking the cheeks, that type of thing, right? And so it's very sensual. And so when he's holding her and he's got his hands round her back and he's kind of like rubbing them up and down like this, and he's holding her close, I really felt like he loved her. So in the first movie particularly, you know, like in this one, it's kind of like more macho, like take it or leave it with her, not really that close to her, right? It's like I would say there's sexual attraction going on there between them, chemistry going on. He likes her, she likes him, but they're kind of like not really on the same page, kind of opposite of each other. And like I said, he's like more of a take it or leave it type of person. In this one, you can see by the front cover, the way he is with her, you can tell he cares about her a lot more. They're together a lot more. You know, it's more like they are with each other. But on the third movie, Dominion, it's like he totally loves her madly and deeply, and he never wants to be without her. And it's for life, you know? And I just love that. And it's the way he holds her tenderly, tentatively. And I really, you know, from an asexual point of view, you can feel, I don't experience platonic attraction, but if you experience platonic attraction, you like platonic hugs, but maybe to take it to another level in an actual relationship, you could feel the love from the closeness of the way he holds her tenderly. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think some asexuals would love that. You know, they would love that type of bond, especially because the first movie is very sexually driven, I think. Second movie's somewhat like that still. But the third movie, I think, is more like true love with less sexual impulses, which I think's really much better, you know? There isn't any nudity in Jurassic Park Dominion. So if you're asexual who's sex repulsed, it's good they're not having sex. And yeah, and there's no nudity. So from an asexual point of view, that's a really good no sex movie to watch, you know, Jurassic World Dominion. So I'd highly recommend it from that point of view as well. And I just loved every bit of the movie. I really have to rave about it, you know? I was so like, yeah, this is really good. I exceeded my expectations. And you know when a film like really exceeds your expectation, like I paid $8.99 for the movie, so it's more than I would usually pay. But I thought this is worth every penny, because I just felt so invigorated and so enthralled and so enthused by the actual movie and the action and all the attention to minor details that the directors have put in, so that every single kind of like camera angle, dinosaur move, the way the characters are together, the way the old meet the new, and they're trying to both like defend themselves against dinosaurs in the same or similar sorts of ways, but different generations. I thought that was very cleverly done. I thought the directors did a fantastic job for fans. And I was really pleased with it because, you know, like sometimes you see the last movie and it's a letdown. And it's like, you know, that hasn't got all the ingredients in there that fans would love. This particularly has. It's done very much on purpose and with intent. And I can tell the directors have put a lot of time, energy and effort into it. So if you're going to go and see anything at cinema right now, go and see Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic Park, third movie, because it's going to be like, you know, absolutely amazing for you to watch. You're going to love it. And so, yeah, I'll see you on the next video live stream. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've already seen Jurassic Park Dominion, pop your comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. Did you like the movie? What did you think? The good bits, the bad bits? What was your ideal best part of the movie? Love to know. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live right now or post a new video. Love you, take care, and see you soon. Bye.